to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got to go with today, y'all. I said we got to go with today, y'all. We are talking about the biggest wins and the biggest losses of the South Carolina women's basketball team for the transfer portal. Transfer portal has been huge for the South Carolina Gamecocks, both good and both bad. And we're going to break it all down. We already know that we lost seven seniors to graduation. We lost 5 to the WNBA draft. 5 players drafted into the WNBA. Successful year this year for the South Carolina Gamecocks. 36 wins. School record. Regular season undefeated in the SEC regular season and the SEC tournament championship. But we turned the page. Because we lost so many players. It's time to reload. It's time to readjust fire to get back into the Final Four and possibly win another championship, the 3rd championship in Don Staley's era. So let's talk about the wins. And we're going to start with Te-Hina Paopao. Te-Hina Paopao from Oregon, 5'9", point guard / combo guard, was a huge get for the Gamecocks. Why she's a huge get for the Gamecocks? She's a huge get for the Gamecocks because she provides three-point shooting. And if everybody have seen what happened during the season, in particular against the Iowa game, three-point shooting was very paramount in us losing the ball game. Enter Te-Hina Paopao. Shot 42% for 3. 3rd leading scorer for Oregon. She can play the point or the shooting guard because she has the size. She averaged, 13 points, 4 rebounds. She will space the floor, and she is a huge get for the Gamecocks because it fills a huge position of need. We need a Te-Hina Paopao. We need to space the floor. We need a player who can hang out at the 3-point line, hit open shots, and prevent teams from crowding the post, much like they've been doing the last 2 years, in particular this past year. But let's talk about a loss. Let's discuss a loss. And we have to start with Aneesah Morrow. Aneesah Morrow was a loss to the Gamecocks because she was a target of the Gamecocks. She was a big target for the Gamecocks. And not only did she spurn the Gamecocks by deciding at the last minute not to do an official visit, decide the last minute not to do an official visit and commit to a SEC rival in LSU. Signed with Kim Mulkey, wanted to play with Angel Reese and Flau'jae and Haley. At the last minute, cancel her official visit. So that was a loss. Because we actually wanted her because she's a dynamic scorer, dynamic rebounder. Although Depaul played a type offense much similar to Maryland's where you have a whole bunch of guards and a post. So she had ample opportunity to get shots up, average crazy points, average crazy rebounds, all 6'1" of her is now an LSU Tiger and not a Gamecock. So that's a loss. It stings some. I mourned for a second. I mourned about 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. I did. But then what brought my spirits back up was the signing of Sakima Walker. So that's a win. Sakima Walker. All 6'5" of Sakima Walker. Center, post player, long arms. Sakima Walker had an interesting journey. Going to Rutgers for 2 years and then going the junior college route. And now a Gamecock. This past season, Sakima Walker averaged 17 points, 8 rebounds, in junior college, was National Player of the Year, won the national championship. Coming out of high school, she was a 63rd ranked player, 4-star recruit, 7th ranked post player. She fills a position of need that the Gamecocks need. We need another post player. We need size. 6'5", 6'5", no matter how you cycle it. Some people say 6'5", some people say 6'6". Regardless of the fact, she's huge. She's huge. She can block shots. She can rebound. She excels in transition. So that's a win for the Gamecocks of having Te-Hina Walker commit to the Gamecocks after Aneesah Morrow said no. Now, for what South Carolina does, Te-Hina Walker is the perfect fit because she's going to be a backup post player, but potentially will play alongside 6'7" Camila Cardoza. So, for what we do as far as size, grit, toughness, defense, rebounding, block shots, and then she's a veteran to guide Sanaa Fagan, who's going to be a baller this year, to guide Ashlyn Watkins, to guide Sanaje Ja, who is a baller coming in. The post going to be fine. With the post, we're going to be good. We're going to be good. But Te-Hina Walker adds that toughness to the game that we needed. Let's talk about a loss. And the loss that we have to mention, is when the news came out. When the news came out that Celeste Taylor entered the transfer portal, and when the news came out that her assistant coach would be joining the Gamecocks, I thought it was going to be a win-win situation. I thought it was going to be a signed, sealed, delivered situation for her to be a Gamecock. Celeste Taylor is a Bree Bill clone. Excellent defensively, 6'1". This year she finished as a finalist for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year, much like Bree Bill did. I thought she was going to come over to the Gamecocks and be that elite defender that the Gamecocks would need to help replace Bree Bill. It didn't happen. She ended up going to Ohio State, so she's not a Gamecock. I really thought that she was going to be a Gamecock, but that's a loss, in my opinion. That's a loss of Celeste Taylor not joining her former assistant coach, and joining the Gamecocks. So wish her well in Ohio State. Much love to you. Okay, finally, a win. None of our players transferred. In the era of the transfer era, nobody transferred out of South Carolina. These players have bought into the system, has bought into the legacy, has bought into the culture of South Carolina, and they chose to stay. Nobody transferred out. Last year we had 3. This year we have 0. None. Because they know that the opportunity for greatness, the opportunity for minutes, the opportunity for a championship is now. It is their time. It is Sanaa Fagan's time. It is Ashlyn Watkins' time. It is Talia Cooper's time. It is Chloe Kitt's time. It is Breezy Hall's time. And you already know it is Raven Johnson's time, my favorite player of the Gamecocks. It is that time. No transfers. Imports only. Imports. Imports only, no exports. And the number 2 recruiting class in the country is waiting in the wings, led by Malaysia Fulwiley. The girl is sensational. She's unbelievable. I think Malaysia Fulwiley is under-recruited, undervalued, and a top 5 player in the country. And I think she's going to prove to be that. Tessa Johnson is a shooter personified. Come on. The rich getting richer. The best is getting better. And, so the wins and the losses, they balance each other out. Because at the end of the day, we got who we wanted. We got who we needed. We got Sakima. We did get Aneesah, but we got Te-Hina Paopao. The season I can't wait for the season to start. My blood is boiling. My hair standing on my arms, all the goosebumps and everything. I can't wait for the season to begin because I can't wait for the Gamecocks to show what they are and show the doubters who have been doubting them during the off season. And tell everybody y'all must have forgot. This includes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Let's go.